I want you to think about the last time someone asked you to do something you did not want to do. Maybe it was extra work nobody else would take. Maybe it was staying late again. Maybe it was saying yes to something that made your stomach drop. And what did you do? You said yes, with a smile, because that is what you do. You are helpful. You are kind. You are easy to work with. You are a good girl, and it is costing you everything. Welcome to She Wins, the channel where we talk about money, career, and the mindset shifts that actually change your life. Today we are talking about something that most women have never heard named out loud, the good girl trap. It is the invisible set of rules you were handed before you were old enough to question them. Be nice. Be helpful. Do not ask for too much. Do not make people uncomfortable. Put others first. And for a long time, following those rules felt right. It felt safe. It felt like the right way to be a woman in the world. But here is what nobody told you. Those rules were never designed to help you win. They were designed to keep you manageable, and they are keeping you broke. Let me tell you what the good girl trap actually looks like in real life, because it is not always obvious. It does not always feel like a trap. Sometimes it feels like being a good person. You take on extra work because nobody else will, and you do not want the team to suffer. You do not negotiate your salary because you feel grateful for the offer, and you do not want to seem greedy. You stay in a job that is going nowhere because leaving feels disloyal. You undercharge for your work because you do not want clients to think you are expensive. You say yes to every request because saying no feels selfish. You shrink your ambition because being too driven makes people around you uncomfortable. You wait to be recognized instead of asking for what you deserve because good work should speak for itself. Does any of that sound familiar? Because I just described the financial and career reality of millions of women. And every single one of those habits has a price tag. Let us talk about the money, because this is not just a mindset issue. This is a math problem. Women who do not negotiate their starting salary lose an average of $1 million over their career, not because they work less, because they ask for less. Women who consistently take on unpaid emotional and administrative labor at work get passed over for promotions at higher rates than men who do not. Not because they are less capable, because they are too busy doing invisible work to be visible for the right reasons. Women who undercharge in their businesses and freelance work earn, on average, 20% less than their male counterparts for the same service. Not because their work is worth less, because they were taught that charging what they are worth feels uncomfortable. Add it all up. The missed salary negotiations, the unpaid labor, the undercharging, the staying too long in jobs that do not pay what they should. We are not talking about a small gap. We are talking about years of financial growth that simply never happened because you were too busy being good. Now, I want to be clear about something. Being kind is not the problem. Being generous is not the problem. Being a good colleague, a good friend, a good human being is not the problem. The problem is when kindness becomes a cage. When being nice is not a choice but a compulsion. When you cannot say no without feeling guilty. When asking for what you deserve feels like a personality flaw. When your first instinct in every situation is to make other people comfortable even at your own expense, that is not kindness. That is conditioning. And there is a big difference between the two. Kindness is something you choose. Conditioning is something that was chosen for you before you had a say. So where does it come from? Because it does not just appear out of nowhere. From the time we are little girls, we are rewarded for being agreeable. Good girl. You are so helpful. She is so sweet. She never causes trouble. Boys who push back are confident. Girls who push back are difficult. Boys who ask for more are ambitious. Girls who ask for more are demanding. Boys who take up space are leaders. Girls who take up space are a lot. We learned the rules fast, and we learned them well. Keep the peace. Make people comfortable. Do not want too much. Do not be too much, and we carried those rules into our careers, into our businesses, into our salary negotiations, into every room where money and power were on the table, and we wonder why the gap never closes. Here is the shift I want you to make. Not from nice to ruthless, not from agreeable to aggressive, from automatic to intentional. That is it. The goal is not to stop being a good person. The goal is to stop being good on autopilot. To pause before you say yes and actually ask yourself whether you mean it. To recognize the difference between choosing to help and feeling like you have no other option. To understand that advocating for yourself is not the opposite of being a good woman. It is the fullest expression of one. Here is what that looks like in practice. The next time someone asks you to take on extra work, pause before you answer. Ask yourself honestly, do I have capacity for this? Is this part of my role? Am I being asked because I am the right person or because I am the person who always says yes? The next time you are about to apologize, stop and check if you actually did something wrong. If you did not, do not apologize. The next time you are about to quote a price or accept an offer, ask yourself what you would charge if you were not afraid of the reaction. Then charge that. The next time someone dismisses your idea or takes credit for your work, say something. Not loudly, not aggressively, just clearly. That was actually my idea and I would like to be credited for it. That is it. These are not big dramatic gestures. They are small, consistent choices to take yourself as seriously as you take everyone else. And over time, those choices compound. Just like money. Every time you negotiate, you close a little more of the gap. Every time you say no to the wrong thing, you make room for the right thing. Every time you charge what you are worth, you shift what the market expects to pay women like you. It adds up. It always adds up. Here is what I want you to take away from this video. You were taught to be good, and in many ways, that taught you beautiful things. Empathy, generosity, care for others. Do not lose those, but add something to them. Add the part where you also take care of yourself. Add the part where your needs are on the list too. Add the part where being good to others does not have to mean being last on your own list. You can be a good woman and ask for a raise. You can be a good woman and say no when you mean no. You can be a good woman and charge what your work is worth. You can be a good woman and want more. Actually, you can be a great woman and want more. Because women who know their worth and ask for it, they change things, not just for themselves, for every woman who comes after them. That is not selfish. That is powerful. She wins. If this video made you think, subscribe. Every week on this channel, we talk about money, career, and mindset in a way that is honest, clear, and actually useful. And if you know a woman who gives everything to everyone and keeps wondering why she never gets ahead, send her this. She needs to hear it. See you.